Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another speed art, or hello if you're new. Today, I am doing more Dungeons and Dragons art, and this time, I am not doing a person. This is actually a monster. I'm very excited. It's my first monster that I've done, my first creature, and I think it turned out pretty well. I wasn't really sure what I was doing at first or how to approach drawing monsters. I've never really drawn something that's not human-like. This is not too far from human, but yeah. It's my first real monster. Though I guess I did draw that green-skinned girl for my first digital art portrait, so I guess maybe you could count that, but anyway, this is the first one that I intentionally went in. It's supposed to be a Specter. If you want to just Google what the 5e Specters look like in Dungeons and Dragons, you can do that, because I did draw some inspiration from the official artwork for the Specters, but I kind of went on my own, and also this is for the Curse of Strahd campaign specifically, so I tried to base this Specter on what she's kind of supposed to look like in Curse of Strahd. So yeah, I used a bunch of different brushes for this one. I downloaded some watercolor brush sets from Adobe, just the regular old Photoshop site, and so they're not anything special, but I thought they worked pretty well. I was experimenting with them a lot, so you see me redo things several different times over just because I'm trying to figure out the best way to use these brushes. But I didn't want this one to be very hard and clean lines because it's a Specter, and so she's kind of ethereal. Is that the right word? I'm not sure if that's the right word. Anyway, she's not really solid. She's kind of more of a projection, some kind of visual illusion almost, though she can definitely hurt the players. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think it turned out okay. And now I'm going to talk about my campaign, because I don't think I talked about it the last time in my speed art, and it's going pretty well. So here's some funny things that have happened so far, and I'm just gonna put minor content warning. I don't usually swear or say very crude things in my videos, so just know going forward that I will be saying some crude things because that's what happened in the D&D session, and so if you don't want to hear that, just mute the video or whatever. I don't care. Anyway, you've had your warning. So, in addition to kidnapping an NPC, my party has now sold. They got this magic item called the Pole of Collapsing, which is exactly what it sounds. It's a pole that extends and then collapses from 1 foot to 10 feet long, and maybe you know where this is going. Maybe you don't. They've decided to treat it as a bit of a phallic object, and eventually they convinced an NPC to buy it as a dragon semen collector. So, yep, that's happened now. I'm working from an official campaign, and there's nothing written in the book about if the players try to do this, so I just kind of rolled with it, and I had a really funny time deciding how the NPC would react to that. Honestly, they wouldn't have successfully sold this Pole of Collapsing to the NPC if they hadn't rolled so high on their deception or persuasion or whatever I had made them roll at the time, but they rolled really high. I think my player who rolled, I'm pretty sure rolled a 19, and then plus his bonuses, so he had well over a 20, and they're level 2, and this is not some high-end NPC or anything, so of course it was successful. I was like, well, he believes you, and he wants to buy it. And so yeah, that happened. Trying to think if anything else crazy happened. They did spend 30 minutes deciding to cross a bridge, but just before they decided that they were indeed going to cross the bridge, one of my players, who is a sorcerer, ended up... He was in an area that has wild magics, and he cast a spell, so I had to roll wild magic, and what ended up happening was a fireball exploded on their location. And it burned the rope bridge, so they spent 30 minutes deciding to cross the bridge, only to decide, and for me to be like, as you start walking across the bridge, you realize that it's very weakened from the fire that just was burning on it. It's like a wooden rope bridge. So they decided in the end not to cross the bridge, and that's pretty much a typical D&D session. So it was a good time. My campaign is going very well, and I've got some more art for the next campaigns in the future. And that's the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch. I do art live streams sometimes. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!